Two men on a mission down the rabbit hole of the thoughts that keep you awake at 3 a.m. Welcome to Dose of Dysfunction.
Hey everyone, you're here with the self-proclaimed life coach, and I just wanted to take a quick second to tell you how me and the resident redneck got about doing this podcast on Anchor. Anchor's a great free app with really cool creation tools that you can use from your phone and your computer. You can edit, record, distribute, analytics, everything right there. It's a great way to get your podcast out. Even our resident redneck figured it out. Also, you can make money right off the bat with listener donations. Ads come later. Everything's all in one place. So go and download the Anchor app or visit anchor.fm today. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Dose of Dysfunction. I'm your life coach, self-proclaimed that is, here with your resident redneck.
Hey, guys.
So, Brock, I have a question for you.
All right, let's do it.
What kind of traveler would you consider yourself?
No, I'm definitely a bad traveler. I don't travel well. I mean, if we're driving in the car, I'm okay. But doing the plane shit and all of that, I mean, no, I'm out. I don't. It's just no.
Well,
the processes are fucked up. The people are fucking angry. Like, no, I'm not good. Like, no.
Are you the anxiety-ridden traveler? Like you're just tense the whole time and pacing and...
No, I wouldn't say that. Like, I don't, like, pace back and forth and have to go do something to keep my mind off of everything else, whatever. I more or less just don't like the inconvenience that you run into at the fucking airport. Like, I get that there's security and all this other stuff, but fucking drives me nuts. Like, you take everything out of your bag. What's the fucking point putting it in the goddamn bag if you gotta take it out of the fucking bag? Like, it's stupid. Stupid. And then, okay, well, the plane has landed and everybody's getting off of it, and we're gonna sanitize the piss out of it because it's Corona season, and you'll be able to board your plane in like 40 minutes. Okay, great. I've got 40 minutes to kill, right? Then they start calling out, like, who's boarding the plane, right? A1 boards the plane first, right? That's all your fucking ritzy motherfuckers that have all the money for the extra wide seats and shit.
Wrong. That's the business travelers.
Oh, that wasn't... Well, on the plane we were on, that was your first class people.
Yeah, but typically, that's actually your business travelers.
Oh, well, either way.
Somebody with a corporate car that was like, upgrade?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'll upgrade.
Okay, but it boards them, right? 2 people get on the plane, and we wait for 5 minutes, and then we're boarding B1. 2 more people get up. I'm like, Jesus Christ, are we going by fucking seat here? Because I'm going to be here for an hour. Like, my poor ass is in the back. And then on top of that, right, like, everybody goes to get off the plane, and it's like this super rushed, like, oh, fuck, jump out of your seats. Flip the fucking compartments open. Grab your shit. Hit whoever's in the way. Roll them over. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Y'all motherfuckers take 20 minutes to do anything else around here. It comes to getting off of that fucking plane. People are out. Fuck this. I'm getting out of here. Like, bailing. And I'm just like sitting there like, fuck this. I am not standing up and getting hit in the fucking head with a bag or whatever. So we were like, I don't know, 3/4 of the way back on the plane. I was the last motherfucker to get off the plane, or damn close to it, because I was like, I am not getting whacked in the head with somebody's fucking purse full of bricks. Fuck that. It just blew me away. That was the one thing that they did quickly was get the fuck off the plane.
Well,
and the other thing that gets me too is, like, we had a one of those flights where you fly from one place to the next and then home.
Yeah, you had a layover.
Okay. So, my second time on a plane, I'm not real jargon friendly here. I don't know. But we stopped. We were going from San Diego to Sacramento to Boise. We stopped in Sacramento. They kicked everybody off the plane. All for me to realize we could have just stayed on the fucking plane.
That's not really their fault, though.
No, they didn't. They kicked everyone off. It was like, all right, everybody get out. And of course, again, the song and dance and fucking jump out of the way, grab your shit, get the fuck out, run everybody over, whatever. We're sitting there, and they're like, okay, boarding for blah, 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 whatever, right? And then they went through it again, A, B, C, D. I mean, fuck, we didn't get anybody until like C this time. I'm like, weird. Walk over, get on the plane, right back into the same chair I was in. And I'm like, did we really need to COVID swab my fucking chair that I could have just sat in from here to fucking Boise? Like, Jesus Christ. I just think it's fucking backwards.
Okay.
I mean, I know it sounds a little weird, but that's my one thing. I like it. The rest of it was okay. Security sucked, like always, I'm sure. And go in the little tube and you raise your hands up like you're getting fucking arrested, and then the little thing around you one time, and everything's fine. You get out, realize that your wife's being patted down. It's like, oh my god, where'd you hide the bomb? ATF doesn't like that statement, by the way.
Yeah, I don't imagine they do.
Dude looked at me like, what?
Yeah. He's like, oh shit, I actually have to work now?
Yeah. The wife wasn't real pleased either. Especially since she was a security risk both times.
I would have totally been like, I check her shoes, man.
Oh, dude. No, I had the tablet because we were going to try to do a podcast, right? And apparently you have to take the electronic out of the bag. Did not know this. It was in her bag. I giggled. Because it went through the scanner deal and freaked out. And the security guy was really pissy because he had to go take the bag and pull the shit out and put it in a box and put the bag back and run everything through again. Oh yeah, he was real happy about that. So was like all the other 50 people in line, like, oh my god, we have to wait for this motherfucker, And I mean, she's so adorable that nobody could really be mad at her. But I was like, if that was me, we'd be doing a fucking cavity search. Like that's. I was like, yeah, we'd be all, especially when your shirt reads Dad's bucket list and there's a bucket at the bottom with a bunch of beer bottles sticking out the top and it says beer check, ice check. Yeah, they were like, oh, we like your shirt. And the one lady looked at me and she's like, might cause you problems later. Sure as shit. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, as far as travel goes outside of the airport, I always feel culture shocked because I've lived here and I've been to 7 different places outside of Idaho in a mere 30 years. Okay,
I gotcha.
And most of it was when I was like, one time when I was 16, the rest of it was like 18 to 20.
Right. I get that.
So I've never really, so when I go anywhere, it's just always different. Like everything's different. The people are different. There's a whole different,
Well, that's the whole fun of traveling, though.
Yeah, right. But I feel like I'm like, oh shit, I don't know how to do what. Wait, how do the locals do this? I don't know how to do this. What am I doing? They're like, dude, calm down. You're just getting a fucking burger from the burger place. Like, but to me, it's like it's a whole new process.
You are the anxiety-ridden traveler.
Whatever.
You're the one I want to smack when I travel. Calm the fuck down. It's fine.
Oh, the only thing that really worried me about going to San Diego was traffic. I'm just more like in a maze, like, hey, let's go check this out.
Oh, well,
hey, let's go do this. And Kara's like, no, we have plans. We have to go this way. No, I want to go look at this.
See, I don't like
She's
that.
the itinerary person.
I don't like that traveler either.
Yeah.
I realized this weekend, because I had to travel.
Yeah.
I'm a solo traveler. I do. I need to be a solo traveler. No fault to anybody I'm traveling with. I'm going to bitch about them, but I'm not. It's not really their fault. But I realized I'm like the easiest traveler ever. I really am. I'm so go with the flow. I'm just like, yeah, whatever, where it takes us, it takes us. If shit goes wrong, no biggie. I'll hang. I mean, I've had plenty of layovers in airports, and don't get me wrong, most of my travel, by luck, has been work related. So,
Right.
which I'm okay with, because typically I'm by myself when I travel on those things. And I realize this, but from the, like you said, your wife's itinerary traveler. My wife is the paranoid preparer, is what I'm going to call it. She wouldn't like that, but she's the one that, like, we got this, I mean, is so worried, and we spend more time. I'm just like, can we go? Well, we might forget this. Did you get this? Yeah, it's packed. It's ready. We're good.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
it just, and then it's the checklist of the house, and it's, it's this covered. It's like, yeah, we're covered. We got people to do these things. Trust them to do them. Like, somebody was staying in our house. Well, does he understand how to feed the animals? Yeah, it's not real hard. Pop that can, throw it on that plate. Pop this can, throw it on that plate. Give this one some 3 little, like, Vienna sausages. They're happy. Life's good. You only have to do that once a day. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
So, but, and I get it. It's her own thing. So I need her to be the least stressful when I get her to the car or the airport or however it is we're going about our traveling. I have yet to have to experience her and the kids in the airport, which I kind of dread that day, because she's going to be extra paranoid.
Oh yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, I understand that, but I'm just not. I plot my time out well. I'm not an itinerary person. I hate it. I just need to know when I need to show up to places. What's the, if it's work related, there's fairly a schedule. But if it's vacation related, fuck you. We're going to do what we do.
Yeah.
There doesn't need to be a rhyme, reason, or plot to it. Unless we're going to do something that's reservation only, that you're like, okay, we're set up for this time. I get that. And I get having to be a little prepared before you go. But I also learned that I'm not really... Outwardly, I'm fine. Inwardly, I'm tortured with traveling with other people, like other families. And that's what we did this weekend. Can't do it, man.
See, I don't know. I've always, the few times I've traveled out of the state, other than this last time with the wife, it's always been like me and 3 buddies in a pickup, or me and my parents when I was younger.
You and 3 buddies in a pickup, though, you don't need to be prepared.
Fuck no. The last thing we got down into wherever we were going, it was like, oh my god, cigarettes are this much?
Yeah.
He was like, oh fuck, we fucked that one up.
Yeah, I've had that, and it bugged the shit as long before she was my wife, but we took like a trip to see my parents. It was like a 5-hour drive at the time where we were going, but we stayed like in a hotel one night before we went to see them. And it was like we forgot toothpaste and shit like that, and she kind of freaked out. It's like, there's a store.
There's like a gas station right there.
We're going to go buy them. Grab a bottle of water, and we can brush our shit in the parking lot for all I care. It's not a big deal.
Right.
Worst case scenario, there's a laundromat almost everywhere you go, right?
Yeah.
If you got to throw your shit in and get it washed, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, we did work in Rexburg when I was working for the HVAC company, and we worked they rented an apartment, just a regular apartment complex, for all of us, right? Like I think it was a 2-bedroom, 1 bath or whatever. So each room had 2 blow-up air mattresses in it that we bought in Rexburg. Because we didn't want to drive down there with 4 trailers worth of shit. Because we basically lived there except for Saturday, Sunday, which we were home for. Leave on Friday, leave on Monday,
Right.
Home Saturday, Sunday, leaving Monday, coming back Friday.
Yeah,
all
but
over again for fucking months.
Right, but you basically were only in these apartments to
sleep,
yeah,
eat,
and
and
shit.
possibly watch TV. Yeah. And so we drove down there with clothes. That was it. Most of those clothes stayed there. There was a washer and dryer, so you just on Friday do fucking laundry, or Thursday, or whoever's day was what, and you do your laundry and get it all folded up or whatever, stuffed in a bag or whatever, and put by your fucking air mattress, because you were going to be back on Monday anyways. So we bought most all of our shit just from the Walmart down there.
Right.
It was easier than packing 5 fucking bags all the way down there. It's like, fuck this. So just buy, shit ticket and beer and, shampoo and all this other stuff when you get there. Fucking easy. At least, it was easy for me. I walked in, grabbed like 5 fucking things, a case of beer, threw it on the counter, paid the lady, and I was out in the truck. Everybody else is in there. Are we going to go out to eat it all this week? It's like, I don't want my hair to look bad or whatever. And I'm like, dude, I'm banking on eating like macaroni and cheese and shit for 5 days. Like, like man food. Let's go. Get with it. Bachelor food.
Who cares? Even if you're going out to eat, who you trying to? Who you trying to impress? Well, where I struggle with it, what I found was, in traveling with a whole nother family, which I've outside of having to travel with like aunts, uncles, cousins, that kind of thing when I was a kid. And as a kid, you're just like, again, kind of,
you're told.
It's like, you sit here, we're going here, you're just looking out the window. Uh-huh. You learn quickly, are we there yet? Stop immediately. You find a few games, you just, sit your happy ass. Shit, my kids have the luxury at least of tablets and crap to keep them entertained, right?
Right.
We did not. It was you played the counting cars game.
Slug book.
Yep.
Yeah.
No slugs back.
Yeah. Exactly. Ow! From the back seat.
But where I really struggled with it is, it had to be like this coordinated effort, right? It was, and part of this was a person in the other family, but they were like, well, let's caravan down there. We were going 4 hours away. This wasn't like a trek across the country here or a few states away. It's somewhere 4 hours away. And in my world, that's not very far away.
Right.
I know in some people's world, it's like, yeah, we're taking a trip. Yeah, it's 4 hours, not a big deal.
If we got on an airplane, it would be 45 minutes.
And less. If we got on an airplane, it'd be 20 minutes. And, we'd spend more time in the airport and everywhere else than we would actually spend on the plane.
Yeah.
But it's, and it's hop in the car and go. But then it had to be like, the other guy going, well, then what? Even though I knew where I was going, it's like, okay, who leads the caravan? Even though it's only a couple of cars. So then I have to have the conversation of, well, how fast do you drive?
Another fun, one of your favorite things in the world, traffic.
Yeah. Right. So, and I was like, look, you go, I'll just follow you. He's like, well, I'm normally like 5 over the speed limit. Yeah, that works. I got a lead foot, right? And if I ain't following anybody, you're not going to keep up with me. I will follow you because that's the only way we're staying together. I'm
beating the time on the GPS, motherfucker. And if you ain't hanging 10, you ain't beating that time.
Yeah, I make the great chase car. I will catch you. I will follow you. You're not going to lose me. I will lose you. I'm not worried about that. So
you ever get off at an exit just to fuck with someone? Oh, fuck, I missed the exit, and then you just go over the... I have done that, and it's fucking hilarious.
I did that. I've only done that, I think, one time, and it wasn't with somebody in the car. Me and because where I lived in high school, we were 17 miles from where we lived to school in town.
Right.
We had to go to town, right? So we were coming back from something, and we're on the freeway, and I'm in like Oh yeah, I drove like a '79 Ford F300 or F350, right?
Right.
Big old 460. I mean, this thing was kind of a beastly
Yeah,
truck.
1-ton monster.
Yeah, it was only 2-wheel drive, believe it or not. But
Yeah.
this thing was awesome. He drove a little Bug, like a little Volkswagen Beetle.
You're starting to sound very
Redneckish?
Yeah.
Slightly.
No, you're kind of starting to sound like both of you picked a vehicle off of the farm and went, "I'll fix this one."
Well, not quite. Which it was.
And then we're gonna race.
Well, that was it. So we were racing down the freeway, right? You know, there's.
Dude, his Beetle tops out at like 65. I've owned 3 of them.
I know, but we're so to toy with him a little bit, though. You come around this one big curve, and there's an exit to a rest stop and that. And so I drop down the exit to fuck with him. So he lets off the gas, and I hammer it, blow the stop sign right back up and out the other side. You know, and so I come roasting back onto the freeway, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" So, yes, I've done stuff like that. But, and of course, we're driving, and my wife doesn't like. I'm a good driver. It's just I'm very confident in how I drive, and so it freaks her out in certain places.
Yeah.
So we're driving through Oregon. We're into Oregon, and you got to go over the Blues. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you've driven over the Blues, right? One day I want a Porsche, and on a good, not rainy, to go through the Blues, because that would be fun as shit.
Right.
Winding up through there, I mean, it'd just be a really good time. Well, we're driving over there, and he's actually doing probably 75, and it's a 70, you know, but it's like a downpour and wind and stuff. I mean, he's definitely driving faster than what most people say the conditions. Doesn't bother me.
Right.
My wife, multiple times, I'm not really a big fan of his driving. And in my head, I'm going, we're not big fans of his driving for 2 totally separate reasons.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the driving because I would be way past this by this point.
Yeah.
But we're going through there, and there's some curves in there and stuff, and I can feel her ready to just like rip my thigh off, like, slow the fuck down. What are you doing?
Grabbing the fucking door handle and shit.
Yeah. Oh. And then they would like call to check on us. And my poor wife's trying to take like a nap, and it's like, why the fuck are you calling me? And again, it's nothing against them. It's just who they are. We like hanging out with them and everything, but never taking a trip with these people, right? And it was just like, really, we're again 4 hours. This isn't like we're 12 hours in. Hey, you guys doing all right back there? Do we, we're gonna stop? Blah blah blah, whatever. Oh no, it's 4 fucking hours. Let's go.
Right.
So we get there and everything, and that's okay. But then it feels like they have to have it planned out, right? So it's like, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. And I'm like, I look over at my wife after we're in our room, and I'm like, I'm not on their fucking vacation. I'm on our vacation.
So the wife had everything planned out, and I'm okay with it, because at this point I'm literally I'm tagging along, trying not to worry about bills and shit like that, just trying to relax and have a good time. And she's like, well, we're gonna go here this day. I'm like, okay. Which wasn't like, we need to be up at this time and be here by this time. No, right. It was more like, hey, we're going to the zoo on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, it wasn't like she had everything nailed out to the hour.
And see, I like that. It's and my wife's actually really good about that too. If we go somewhere, it's like, well, I want to do these things. Okay, that just means, it's the, same thing. And you had to make an appointment. We wanted to go do the underground tour, right? I said, because she's like, well, I don't really know what there is to do in Pendleton or around there besides the casino we were staying at. And I was like, well, okay. So I looked, and I was like, oh, sweet, underground tour. She's a history buff kind of person. She likes that. I was like, we've got younger kids, so it's like, whether they appreciate it now or not, I'm going to force them through this because it'll be memories
Get
later.
along, you little
Yeah.
bastards.
You're going to love this, goddammit. And
your mom's going to like this, so you're going to like this, and if you don't like this, you're going to not like getting the ass whooping later.
Right. So, that was the one thing. We had it scheduled, and you had to reserve.
Yeah.
It was by reservation only. So
Right.
we got that all pre-scheduled out, but that was the only thing. It was like, oh, hey, what are we doing Saturday? Well, we know we're going to do the underground tour. Outside of that, who the fuck cares?
Right.
It's to relax and stuff. Like, this place had, like, bowling, right? We bowled one night, and it was just kind of the whim. Oh, well, shit, we got nothing better to do. Let's go bowling.
Right.
Same thing. After we did the underground tour, it was like, oh, there's a swimming pool. The boys have been, hey, we want to swim. We went and swam for a little while, But then it was the, like, okay, well, what are we doing for dinner? What's this? What's that? And, like, half of me's like, I don't care what you're doing for dinner.
Shut up before you get Ray Rice, motherfucker.
No. It's just that level of, it was like, look, you guys do you. I guess for me, when it comes to travel or anything like that, or just anything, it's this. Why do people have to feel so obligated one way or the other? Like,
you just want to wander.
Yeah, and whatever happens. That's like,
I'm totally cool with that. I could, like, the wife was like, we're going here this day. I'm like, okay. We get there. We go through the whatever the boat was that we, went and checked out. Big old, I can't remember what the fuck the name of it was. USS something or another. And checked it out. And then the next 4 hours we spent walking around. Like, just fucking walking around. Walked past the Padres stadium.
Right.
I mean, we're just
sightseeing. Hey, this is a place I've never been. And for me and my wife, it's very similar to that. Not typically, if we go anywhere, it's just kind of, I'm more, because I'm fine wandering. If there's things she wants to do, yeah, fuck it. Let's go. I'm game for whatever. I'm totally content just wandering around.
No, I'm not game for whatever. There's some shit that I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that.
Oh no, see, I'm pretty much game for whatever, because one of the big things for me also is when I'm out in these places, I don't know what it is, but I do way better at when I travel. I'm really good about being turned off as far as feeling connected. Like, I'm on my phone a lot less. I don't have this, like, sit in the room and watch TV. And more power to them. Like, my wife and kids, they were content sitting in the room watching TV, hanging out for the time.
Right.
I don't sit well, so that's part of what I like the vacation, because I can just go wander around and it's not the, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I'm totally in with that. Actually the only, in traveling with my wife, it literally was great, except for when she was in charge of the directions.
Well, that was your first problem, letting her be in charge of the directions.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
phones have GPS, Brock. Take it away.
Yeah, but in a 2020 fucking Mustang, which if I crash is going on my fucking insurance, because she didn't get the insurance from the fucking car rental place. She called our insurance agent, was like, hey, how do we go about this, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, no, you guys are covered under your regular policy. You'll be fine. And so now I'm thinking, fuck, if I wreck this car,
it goes on my
shit. Yeah, fuck. So I'm not only that, but in these newer cars, there's not a fucking single place to put your cell phone to where you can see it without one of them suction cup deals.
Oh,
right?
yeah. No.
I don't carry one of those in my back pocket all the time. Like, oh, fuck, I'm hopping a newer car, need my cell phone.
Have you ever heard of the thing like Siri, where your phone will talk to you and tell you the directions?
That bitch and I have been in more fights than me and my wife, all right? Fuck that bitch. All right? Fuck that. And not only that, but she got me more lost than my wife did. But I
can attest to that. You tell yours, I'll tell mine.
Oh, yeah. So this is where it's like easy for the wife to just tell me what's going on, right? She's reading it on the screen, reads it to me. Where we lose our problem, or where we regain our problem, is when she starts pointing.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
Because she goes like this, okay? And with her left hand is the one she points with. She points across the steering wheel out my window
in front of your face.
Yeah. She points to the left and says, "Turn right here." Wait a minute. Turn right here or turn right here? No, you're going to turn right at the light. But you're pointing left. What? Am I going the way you pointed or the way you told me to go? That was almost 99% of our arguments the whole time we're on vacation. Is where in the fuck we're actually going. Or she does this one. We're 0.5 of a mile away from our destination or our turn or whatever, and she's over here looking out the fucking window at some other shit, right? Forgets to tell me. Tells me in 0.2 of a mile that I need to get the fuck off of the freeway. I'm doing 100.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
And you were probably in the left lanes, right?
Exactly. You want to watch 4 people shit their pants and stand on their brakes? She goes, "Oh, we need to get off right here." And I went, "Fuck them." And away we went. And I cranked that wheel and stood on that throttle. And I bob and weaved that motherfucker all the way up that exit ramp at 100 fucking miles an hour. And she was like, "That was a little scary." I said, "Yeah, maybe you ought to pay more attention." I said, "Better yet, maybe you should drive and I'll tell you where the fuck to go." And she's like, "That's not happening.
Right?
This car's too expensive for that." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, great. No wonder your shit's full of dents." Holy fuck. It gets my heart rate up thinking about that specific. Like, I'm just.
Oh, yeah, it shows. It definitely shows.
No, and then, so, I don't remember where. I was actually around here, and I used Siri to get me to somebody's house, and I ended up ending in, like, Meridian, and I'm like, I call my buddy, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm outside." He's like, "No, you're not." He's like, "I know the sound of your truck. It is not in my driveway." Well, I mean, somebody's driveway. And he's like, you put street, right? And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I look at my phone, and Siri just picked the top one. Like, "Oh, this is your destination, blah, blah, blah," right? Because I don't use zip codes normally. But when a buddy of mine's like, "Hey, it's blah, 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 this street." Okay, you type it in, one pops up, you click on it, right? No, with Siri, you tell Siri, this stupid bitch, what the address is, and she goes, like, she brings it all up on your phone, but it never gives you the option to pick the actual address, right?
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm in fucking Meridian. He's down off of fucking, like, North End Boise area, like, down in that, or I guess it'd be more like out towards Lucky Peak. That big brand new subdivision out there, right? And I'm like, well, it's going to take me a minute or 20 to get to your house. And I don't know who this dude is in his underwear looking out the fucking big window of their house at me, but he doesn't look happy. So I got to go. And I hung up the phone and put it in gear and fucking got the fuck out of Dodge.
Right.
So make it to the gas station, one of the little gas stations in Meridian. There's only like 2. But I get there. Punch it in, and I look at it, and I'm like, "Siri, you fucking bitch." Literally drove, I was 3 minutes from where I needed to be to driving all the fucking way out to Meridian to drive all the way back, plus the 3 minutes to his place. I was like, "You motherfucker." Yeah, so fuck Siri. Alright?
Well,
Fuck that.
I'm an Android, guys. I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
I think it's Bixby on my phone, but I
Bixby?
never use it. I really don't want my phone talking back to me. I will wind up throwing it at something,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know, but apparently in Google Maps, I always assumed it gave you the fastest route, right?
Well, not always.
No.
Well, I mean, yeah, that would be your assumption.
Right. No, it has settings where you can pick the most economical route or
Yeah.
something. I do believe my wife's is set to most economical route. So I say, oh, hey, punch in the address to get back to the casino because we went and ate pizza at this place. And it wasn't far off the freeway, but when we had to get there, there were a few turns and stuff, and I wasn't sure how easy it was to get back on the freeway. And I was like, okay. And so we leave this place, and we're going, and I'm like, oh, sweet, I can just turn here to the freeway. No, it says go straight. Okay.
Oh, fuck. That's when he knew.
Yeah.
He fucked up.
I pass it, the whole time contemplating, okay, I'm about to either have a fight here when I hop on what I think's the right way of the freeway, or I'm going to have a fight later if this way is wrong.
There's 3 ways this can go down. It can all work, it cannot, or it could really not.
Well, so we go, and it's taking us through streets through town, right? We get to railroad tracks, and there's a train. We're stopped at the railroad tracks. Waiting and waiting and waiting. I shit you not, for 3 cars. That fucking train stopped. Blocked that section of road, all for 3 fucking rail cars. We sat there for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Meanwhile, about 10 minutes in, I need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, fuck.
Which we had specifically asked before
Oh, yeah.
we go. And then it was
Oldest one or youngest one?
both.
Oh, shit.
Both. Not only that, we are not in a position to turn around. There are people behind us. There's no outlet to the right or left, right? There's no, we're in until this train passes.
Right.
My wife dumps a pop cup out,
Oh, God.
hands it to the littlest one. You're going to have to pee in this, and he's like, what?
No.
Yeah. And so and here's the best part, we unbuckle him from it. He's got the booster, right?
Oh, yeah.
And, not a full-on car seat, but just the booster. Thank
Right.
God. He hops out, and there's enough room.
Undoing a 5-point fucking harness to get him to pee in a cup would have been a nightmare.
Oh, right. I was half tempted to just flip the door open and just pee out the side. Fuck them at this point.
Yeah.
People are looking. They can piss off. I really don't care.
Right.
Idaho plates. I don't live here, motherfucker.
I'm from Idaho. What we do is pee right out the car door.
If it was me, I would have. I would have just got out of the car
God.
and pissed in the middle of the street.
That is the point in time where you hand the, 5-year-old?
6.
6-year-old a fucking Pall Mall and a Coors Light, and you tell him to own that shit.
Right? So, and the best part is, here he is in the, back seat, pissing in this cup, and he's like, of course, he's in this modest stage, right? Forever when kids are anywhere from, 0 to about 4, they're running around naked like it's big deal.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's like, he looks at his brother, don't look at me. As the 11-year-old is like, yeah, I don't want to watch you piss. I'm trying not to piss myself here. I
need the cup.
Right. The last thing I want to do is watch you piss in a cup. So, and so then it takes care of that. Finally, the car moves, right? We're on from there, but I'm thinking, this has got to round us back to the freeway, right? That's got to be the best route. No, it takes us the back roads all the way back to the fucking casino. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So, the next day, when we go in and we go to the tour, I don't know for what idiotic reason, I think my phone's going to be different in how it tells me to go back. Now, luckily, we didn't get stuck by a train, but same thing. It took me these same back roads, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? The freeway, it's a 2-minute drive on the freeway. Why would you take me all these ways? I don't care how economical this is. This is, the worst route
possible.
Right.
So no, I'm not happy with these GPS devices.
Oh no, fucking total trash. We typed into the GPS how to get to this one spot in fucking San Diego, and it literally made us go 3 blocks down, take a left, go 2 blocks back up, hang a right, and our whatever it was on the right hand side. Look for parking, basically. And I'm like, well, why couldn't we just fucking turn left in 1 block? Like, what in the fuck, right? I'm solely believe that GPSs are there to make you consume more fuel.
Oh yeah.
Like, they are in bed with the fucking oil companies and whatever, and make you consume. Who the fuck would send you 3 blocks down? I don't care if the GPS was within 2 feet of the car and was like, oh, well, he was in the wrong lane to turn here. No, fucking tell me. I will hang a left. I made it very clear when I made 4 people shit their pants in the fucking freeway at 85 to 100 miles an hour. I have 0 fucks to give. I will turn left and we will go. That's whatever. 3 blocks down, take a left, go over 1 block, take a left, come back 2 blocks, take a left or take a right. I'm like, what in the fuck? And I don't know if it was necessarily the GPS or if it was the wife who missed a turn. Pretty certain it was the GPS, because one time I typed it into my phone and it made me do this like huge ass U-turn, and I'm like, well, what about this fucking road? And I just lit it up on my phone, and I just used like the little thing, and I was like, point A, point B, and it lit that road up, and I was like, what the fuck's wrong with this? Either that or it has a very good safety mechanism on it, and it's like, we've been here never, and now we're here, and you should not drive through this neighborhood.
You don't belong in this neighborhood. I can tell you, I've had that moment.
Have you? Okay.
Not in driving. I actually had that moment in person, and this is going to come off horrible. So I've only...
You racist bastard.
We're about to go there.
Yeah. No, I got one for you, too.
So I have only been... I've been to New Orleans one time. And really, as far as, like, Southern goes, that's the most southern place I've been.
Right.
I don't really call Tennessee. I wouldn't consider it so much south, but I'm sure some do. But
yeah, a lot.
Yeah. But anyway. But
everyone from Tennessee.
Yeah. I've been to Nashville a couple times, and again, this has all been work related. But one of the times we go to New Orleans, well, you go to New Orleans, and of course, regardless of why they're there, you at least have to see Bourbon Street, right? And so I can tell you, and look, there's a shitload of crime in New Orleans and Louisiana. There is. And I know this because we go over to Bourbon Street, and it's me and my boss at the time and his wife. We're like, yeah, we'll walk down, we'll get a drink, we'll find something to eat. This will be kind of cool because it's still kind of light, it's early evening. So we're like, okay, cool, we'll walk over there. Dude, not within being on Bourbon Street for less than a minute, gunshots ring out, cops go flying down the road chasing somebody, like on foot and in patrol car,
right.
And you're like, huh, holy shit.
Check for bullet holes.
Right. And you walk down in Bourbon Street, you can see it's tourist trapped. They know while you're there. You've got the people trying to shine your shoes, sell you beads, they're trying to take your money. Like any which way they can. Okay, whatever, you're trying to make a buck, I don't have a problem with that. Good booze, good food, good music. I mean, as far as a place to go hang out, fun as shit. Here's where the problem comes in. The minute you're off Bourbon Street, you quickly realize if you are not a native of New Orleans, you don't fucking belong there.
You ain't from around these parts, boy.
Yeah. I mean, and so I'm not going to make it a racial thing. I mean, yes, you've got a Creole population, you've got a black population, and you have a white population. But there's obviously, like, it's no different here in Idaho. You can tell the people who have been around Idaho. Somebody else comes in, you're like, yeah, you're not from here. Yeah. I, being from Idaho, do not belong in New Orleans. So you come off Bourbon Street and see, we walked, and our hotel was down by the river, or down by or the port, or anyway, it was, I don't know where you would consider that, but it was down.
It was outside of Bourbon Street.
Yeah, it was. It was probably 5 blocks.
Okay.
But you come off Bourbon Street, and now it's not all lit up, and now it's not all party time, and you're walking down the sidewalk, and you're the brightest thing on that sidewalk.
And you're drunk.
And, well, luckily I wasn't, but all I could think was, well, no shit bad things happen to girls who come down to Bourbon Street to party on Mardi
Right.
Gras. You're asking for bad shit to happen.
Oh, yeah.
You get off of Bourbon Street, and I can only imagine, you're a little drunk, right? And you're trying to make it to your hotel or your Mardi Gras a lot drunk.
Oh, yeah.
One wrong turn, dude, you're in a neighborhood where there's a really good chance you're not leaving this neighborhood.
Right.
And
right.
if you are, it's not going to be in a very healthy state.
Right.
It's just that level of you're like,
finger over here.
yeah, you're just, you walk out and you're like, huh, I don't belong here.
Yeah.
And that's nothing against anybody that lives there. It's just, I quickly realized I do not fit in. I stick out like a sore thumb, and I am not with anybody local that gives me any sort of credibility of being here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep my happy ass as close to this hotel as possible. But the Casey Vice falls in, though. There was a casino kitty corner. I would venture across the street to the casino.
So I have 2 incidences. Both of them have to do with California, and they were actually both simultaneously on the same trip. Me and 3 of my buddies drove down there to pick up a motor. Oddly enough, for a Volkswagen, and we go through Oakland, and it didn't worry me. Like, I wasn't real worried. I'm like, we're gonna get out of the truck to like go to the gas station and shit, hop back in the truck and away we go. Like, shit's not gonna be this difficult. We're in a Dodge Dually, 1-ton, long bed, this big ass truck. You're not turning it around in a whole lot of places in fucking California. They don't, yeah.
Especially in the Bay or Oakland. That shit
Yeah.
is tight.
Oh, yeah. So, we get to this little, Quickie Mart or whatever in the fuck it was, right? It was slightly larger than your regular gas station, but it was smaller than your regular store, right? Well, there's, I'm 6 foot tall and bright white and covered in horrible tattoos, and I look about as redneck as our picture. I mean, it's all there. I jump out the truck, got my ball cap on, blue jeans, white shirt. I look like fucking KKK member from the north. Jumped out of a truck with Idaho plates on it with 2 other white boys just as tall and as big as I am. Nothing, we weren't worried at all, right? None of us have hair on top of our heads. All 3 of us had it on our face. We go walking into the fucking Quickie Mart, and the guy behind the counter is like, welcome in, blah, blah, blah. Buy our shit. I was the first one out. For whatever reason, apparently when I go into the gas station, I know what the fuck I want, I get it, and I get the fuck out. And I packed my cigarettes, took off the wrappers, threw them in the garbage, right? Go to light a cigarette, and I hear, what up, Wood? And I was like, what the fuck was that? And I start looking around, because I don't know what, I thought I was the only person standing out there. And I hear, what up, Wood? What up, Wood? And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I look over and there's a couple of black guys standing there, and they're getting like all big and tough and shit, and I'm like, okay. Like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
I don't know. What up, Wood? And they got real serious, and I was like, oh shit. And they start like walking towards the gas station, and they're like serious. Like now they're getting real serious and calling me all kinds of different fucking names. And I'm like, hey, hold up a second. Peckerwood getting back in the truck, all right? I'm getting back in the truck. And he's like, you ain't getting in no motherfucking truck. I opened the door to the truck, and it's illegal to take guns from Idaho into California. But I didn't care.
Not at that point.
So I grabbed the fucking shotgun out of the back seat and went, no, I'm getting in the truck. And they fucking took off running. And I was like, you motherfuckers, right? It was one of the worst, because here's my buddy walking out the fucking gas station like, what are you doing, from across the parking lot? And I was like, I turned around and I'm spooking people. And he's like, that's not good. Get in the truck. So I jump in the truck, right? And we drove the truck around to the front of the store, picked up our other buddy, and got the fuck out of Dodge, right? We stopped at a gas station on the way home, and I go to walk through the door, and there's this little old lady there, so I opened the door and I held it for her. And she lit me the fuck up. What the fuck do you think you're doing? No, you ain't doing that shit to me, Peckerwood. Like, little old black lady, and just start fucking ripping me a new one, and I'm like, sorry? Like, I don't know.
Excuse me for growing up with manners?
Yeah, right. So in Idaho, if you go through a door and you don't hold it open for the guy behind you or the person who was walking through it before you, that's when you get your ass chewed.
Yeah, you're an asshole at that point.
Yeah,
I mean, I teach my kids the same thing. It's like, whoa, somebody's coming, hold the door.
Yeah.
Right? You know, that's
right.
what you do.
Exactly. And so that's what I did. Well, she freaked out on me, and so eventually the guy behind the counter come around, and he was like, no, it's fine. He's like, let go of the door. It's fine. Go ahead, go. And I'm like, okay. And so I started to walk away, and she went through the door and watched me like a fucking hawk all the way to her car. When she got in her car, I went back into the gas station. What the fuck was that all about? And he goes, well, around here, and this is one of those places that got the glass thing before COVID, you know, the little thing, and it slammed the fucking door down on you if you try to get by them and all this shit. Right? And he goes, around here, most people get mugged from the guy holding the door. He's like, what they'll do is they'll hold the door open, you walk through the door, and that's when they will, instead of going in the door themselves, they let the door shut, they follow you to like the corner of the building real quiet, and they mug you right there. And I'm like, oh.
Well,
so
shit.
Now I know. So in California, when you walk out that gas station, slam that motherfucking door in somebody's face, and they'd be like, thank you. Yeah, I'm like,
what the fuck is wrong with the world?
Dude, I know. I was, yeah, blown away. Little sweet old lady thought I was being nice, and I just got fucking berated. I was like, not doing that again. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, and you can't, at that point, now knowing you can't blame her. It's like,
well, right. But at the same point in time, you want to be somewhere. Somebody held the door open for me. I was like, oh, thanks, man. I could have been mugged. Granted, I looked like I had all of $5 fucking, but.
See, that's probably why they held the door for you. So they made sure you went through the door and didn't follow him.
This motherfucker's gonna mug me.
I'll make sure he gets into the store before I leave.
Well, should we do our weekly shout out?
Yeah, well, we're gonna do two things. We'll do our weekly would you rather, or we can do the shout out and then the would you rather and wrap things up. So that being said, which one do you want to do first?
Let's do this one so I can get it out of my way, because I always look down at it like, hey, retard. So, so this week's would you rather, here we go. It'll be, would you rather your neighbors see your genitals or send a sexy text to a relative? And today, or this week's shout out is going to go to Anthony Jacobson with neighbors seeing my genitals, so they understand why my wife is with me.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no shit.
That's brave.
Yeah, that's going on blast on yourself right there.
I mean, that's either you know what you're working with, or you're about to be the butt of a lot of jokes.
Well,
I mean,
the funny part too is, I mean, at this point, I'm gonna guess your neighbors already know to a point, like, because there's really only a few things that, oh my God, look at that guy. Whoa, look at her. You know, I mean, that's normal. There's normally something.
right.
So, I mean, they didn't really have a whole lot of idea what was going on. I mean, they had some sort of idea, but you walk outside naked and show them, more power to you, man.
Might find that. So, are you taking on extra wives?
Right? Hey, does your wife travel for work? You get free rides?
So, honey, you loan out your husband from time to time?
Hey, can I borrow him on Thursday?
Look, I'm sorry, honey, but in this neighborhood, we're gonna have a schedule.
Yeah.
What
right.
day you want? You being
Yeah.
the wife, you get to pick first.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it'll be like an irrigation schedule. You get the water on this day. So what about you, Casey? Which one would you rather?
Honestly, I think I'd do the sexy text, and here's why. It would be because I'm more in the market of making everybody else really uncomfortable. So if I'm dropping my drawers and showing my genitals, the only person gonna be embarrassed is probably gonna be me. So
It's cold out here.
yeah. The pool was cold. The pool was cold. Yeah. No.
I swear, it gets bigger. At least you don't have to worry about like anybody coming by.
Yeah. So I'd rather send like, I actually probably wouldn't do it to my dad, but I'd like to think I would. Hey baby, what you wearing? Yeah, I think you got the wrong number, son. No, I don't.
Yeah, right. Just keep going with it.
Yeah. So are they pink? So yeah, I think for me, I'd go the text just because I could really toy with some people. Parents probably not so much.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say my sister has a sense of humor to go with it.
You're like long lost cousin. What the fuck isn't talked
No.
to me in years, and all of a sudden I get a what? What are you wearing?
Yeah. Do you believe in the Bible? Because I want to know you biblically.
Right. Right.
Just shit like that.
Hey, love you. Wrong number. No, I love you.
You're right.
Like
you
if
ratchet
you could
it up.
change the voice in it.
Right. They're like, yeah, we're family. Love you too, bro. No, I like love you.
Yeah. I want you to go to Alabama with it.
I hear there are things that are legal in the South that aren't legal up here.
Yeah. You want to go see the swamp? No, I want to see your swamp.
Oh, shit. Right. You?
I would have to go with letting the neighbors see my genitals. Mainly because I don't like my neighbors.
Oh, there you go.
So I would love to prove to their wives that they're not all that in a bag of chips. And I'd do it like drunk as shit in one of them big wheels, like a pink big wheel.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like my kids got the little Barbie Jeep Hot Wheel or like big wheel deal, right? I'd load a 6-pack in that motherfucker and I'd drive around dragging the shit that I have to show out the window. Woo! Little helicopters out the door, rub the mirror, like scrub the mirror off with it and everything else, like just hanging it out there.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I get that.
Rested on the steering wheel, you know.
I mean, you know what would be fun with that, though? Run over to your neighbor, knock on the door when they answered, like pull them out of the house and be like, let's go streaking!
Everybody get naked, run!
Right?
No, I think it would it would probably be better to run up and act like their house was on fire. Like, you just run over there, knock on the door a bunch of times. Your house is on fire! Get out! Get out! You know, and you like get them all out in the front yard. You're the only one standing there naked. The cops and the fire department shows up, right? And they're like, why are you naked? you live next door. Why are you naked, man?
I just wanted to join in the party, officer.
Right? It looked like there was a whole lot of friction going on, and I needed to be part of it.
Somebody said orgy. Yeah, no, I don't know. There's a lot of ways you could go with it, but yeah, I'm still going with I'd go with the text.
Alright.
My modesty would get the best of me.
I still have to say, the neighbor seeing the genitals is the winner on this week's. I think like one. Actually, I think it was my wife, but one of them was the sexy text deal, and hers was super simple. Because then I could just say it was to you, or was to me or whatever.
No, and that's a smart move for play it off. Like if you just want to play it off, that's the
oops, wrong number.
Yeah, that's the easy way. But I think if you're gonna be in for a penny, in for a pound, either one you do, you got to take it just a little bit too far. It's like even if the genital's not like, hey y'all, what's up, and you're just naked, it's like you got to do the helicopter. You got to be like,
right? Look, it fits in the newspaper.
Yeah, be like, just airing the boys out,
right? Looks like a great day for a sunburn on my balls.
You want to come over and help me put some sunscreen on?
Better yet, hey, I'm mowing the grass later. You want a weed eat?
The problem is though. Here's the next part of the problem of the showing the genitals. In today's society now, you know what that winds up? You wind up being a sex offender for that shit.
Yeah, you can't even pee in your own backyard.
Right, that's what I mean. Somebody's gonna call you in, and next thing you know, you're like, you're a sex offender.
I swear to God, there weren't any 6-year-olds behind that dumpster in the parking lot at 2 a.m.
Right? Yeah. It's like, what the fuck were your kids doing in that alley behind the bar at 3 a.m. to watch me take a piss?
No shit. No, I
think you should be reconsidering your parenting skills at that point. I may make poor life choices, but I don't make poor life choices for everybody around me.
You're right. My thing is, like, if I was the one who got the sexy text message from somebody in the family, right? I would fuck with them back.
Oh yeah, you got to play it up with them.
Oh yeah, no, like, you're just sitting there, and like I said, fucking phone buzzes, and you look at it, and it's, whoever it might be, cousin, brother, sister, whatever, and they're like, hey, what are you wearing? I'd be like, whatever you like, big boy. And then when they realize, or like, the best one would be if it's a new girlfriend, new boyfriend situation, right?
My elephant sock.
Yeah. Right? But where they didn't have the number saved yet.
Oh, shit.
And so they send it to you, and you're like, new phone, who dis?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so-and-so. We met at the bar. Wait, were you the one doing coke, or were you the one under the coke?
So you're well practiced in dick dingers.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, what's ours for this week, or this episode?
Well, ours isn't going to be nearly as fun, but I got another one for next time, but we'll roll with this one for this time. Would you rather always feel the urge to pee or never know when you have to pee?
Oh, I would definitely I would want it to just surprise me. I hate that feeling of always having to, like, you sit down, oh fuck, I gotta pee. I hate that. That feeling sucks. Plus, it's just prepping you for when you're like 65. You just pee yourself and then be like, oh my god, what's wrong with you? And be like, I'm practicing.
I'm already really guilty of the forgetting to pee. Like, I almost need somebody to remind me. Like I've had.
Casey, we talked about this. You were
right.
Before.
Right. I've already had a cup of coffee and a bottle of water and ate lunch and had a full whatever soda or something. And it's like, it's 2:00 and it's like, oh shit, I haven't gone pissed today.
I haven't peed in like 3 hours. Fuck.
3, fuck, it's like 6 or 7. I'll be like, oh damn.
See, but I would rather just surprise me and be like that. Run for the bathroom.
God, you know.
I don't want it to remind me all day long that I have to pee. Like that. That's not cool. That hurts.
How many more would you piss your pants more with the feeling the urge to pee? Because at some point you'd be like, yeah, I don't have to pee. I just always feel like it. And then next thing you know, you're like, fuck. Or would you pee it more?
Surprise, like mid conversation, you can't break away, and all of a sudden it's like, yep, I just wet myself.
Oh no, I'm peeing on somebody's shoes. I'd be like, sorry, bro.
That's when you just turn. Like you just turn in the keep going.
Yeah. You keep
peeing behind the truck, whatever.
Yeah, but this goes back to road trips, though. What are you gonna do on a road trip, man?
I'm gonna hit the fucking brakes, and we're headed for the burrow pit. That's what the fuck's gonna happen. I have no shame. I will fucking stand in the back of the car and use the taillights to light up my pecker so I can see where I'm peeing, and I will wave at you when you go by. And if it's a surprise, like we're boogieing down, because this has happened, boogieing along, don't want to stop because there's about 50 fucking people I've spent the last 3 hours passing that will fly past me as soon as I stop, right? Nope, gotta go, fuck, and you're, off the side of the fucking road, sideways in the ditch, jump out the truck, take a leak real quick, get back in, damn near NASCAR style, in gear, on the throttle, get stuck in the borrow pit. I have done this. It was not my finest moment, and my buddy pulled up and was like, you want me to help get you out of the fucking ditch? Yes, let's go. You had to pee, didn't you? Shut up! Hook up the truck! Fuck you.
That's funny.
It was not funny. It was after the fact.
No, that's fucking hilarious.
It was not funny right then and there. And he knew exactly what happened, too. Because he was like, hold on, I gotta pee. And he went over in the bushes and took a leak. I'm like, God damn it.
It'd almost be better if you didn't make it, though. Then it would have been I went through all of that, and I still pissed myself. As your buddy pulls up, you need some help? Yeah, you get out of the truck. Ooh,
I just filled my soda.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
As he goes, didn't make it, huh?
Yeah. So, should have hit the brakes sooner? I don't know.
I think I gotta go with I'd just rather always have the urge to pee. I need that reminder in my life. Because I'm gonna ignore it. So I need to you gotta go pee. You gotta go pee. You gotta go pee. I have young boys, so it's constantly like, you go to the bathroom? I don't know.
Yeah. Do you have to pee? No. You sure? No.
Oh,
I know you're not sure, but
yeah, there's nothing that ratchets up a parent's anger. You've asked them 5 times before you leave to do something, and then within
the second you get in the car, they gotta pee.
No, it's not when you get in the car. See, that you could at least send them back in to wherever they were. It's inconvenient. It's 5 minutes later when you're not in a convenient place. Then it's
just
like,
got on the freeway. Yeah.
Oh, I really need to go to the bathroom. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm at least 5 minutes from anywhere you can go in and go pee. And at that point, I know it's like the life or death, right? It's
because they're kids, so they played it all the way.
Yeah, it was like, no, I thought I could make it. No, you
can't make it. That's why I asked these questions. You little shit.
This is not the game we play. We can play lots of other games, but this is not the game we play.
I just bought these fucking seat covers.
Shit.
No, I definitely have to go with the surprise thing. It also makes for better comedy, just a better vibe. How many of your friends are like, you okay? Nah, man, I gotta pee. And you go pee, and then you come back, and they're like, you okay? Oh man, I still feel like I gotta pee. And then they start getting concerned, and it's not always a good vibe. You're sitting there drinking beer, drinking coffee, hanging out, whatever, and all of a sudden it's like, oh fuck, and you jump up and run away, and they're like, what just happened? Where did Brock go? I don't know, but he cleared that fucking booth pretty goddamn quick, and then it's like, why is he standing by that bush outside the front of the fucking Starbucks here? What the fuck, or where? Why is he standing outside the bar waving at us through the window next to the plant?
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Oh, I know what he's doing. Yeah, that's way better. Or you walk up and you're like, hi, I'm Brock. Oh, shit. And you take off and you gotta pee. Yeah, no, I'm totally would rather go that route.
Oh. Well, I'm just trying to be sympathetic to all the women who've had children out there because they have to go pee all the time. Like, after you popped out a kid or two, it's like, that's all fucked up.
Right.
So they're like, oh my God, I gotta go pee again. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I've heard that one more. I just went, God damn it. So, you're like, yeah.
To each his their own.
Hey, look, I got sympathy for you, baby.
Hey, I got not again. Yeah, I know, me too. I'm right there with you. I gotta go again.
See,
fuck that.
Then you can make it a bonding moment. You're like,
No,
that
bonding moment was the 1.5 minutes it took her to have the kid,
to get her pregnant.
Yeah, exactly. That was the bonding moment. After that, God damn it, I have to pee again. What's your fucking problem? Oh shit, I gotta pee. Two totally different ballpark, or two totally different problems, same ballpark.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I think this wraps up another episode of Dose of Dysfunction. Again, we appreciate all you guys as listeners. Check us out we're on all the major ones, and if you're listening, you found us somewhere. But we also have episodes uploaded to YouTube. So like us, share us, visit us.
Tell your friends.
Check
tell
out
your
our
siblings. Tell everybody.
Yeah, check out our Facebook page, Dose Dysfunction, Dose of Dysfunction Community. We ask would you rather stuff. We want any kind of involvement. You can always email us, doseofdysfunctionpodcast@gmail. Anyway, we really want to interact with you. So anything you want to hear, comment, please let us know. All right. Good night.